Hey guys, what's going on? My name is Gordon Maston, and welcome to this week's edition of my NXT review for September the 16th, 2015. Now, tonight, NXT. I usually do not rate stuff, guys, but there was only one way I could describe this to you. NXT was just nothing but a perfect 10. You want to find out why? You really want to find out why? Let's jump on into the show. All right, guys. So NXT. This show, it was something tonight. And I'm not gonna actually go out there and rate the show as a perfect 10. That was just an intro. That was something I wanted to do a long time ago when Ty Dillinger debuted, but I never got the actual chance to do it, specifically based off the fact that that's actually the NXT review I did not do a couple months ago. But with that being said, let's jump into tonight's show. Tonight, and see, I don't even have notes, so anything I miss, I do apologize for. But, I will, backstage segments, anything. But, tonight we do start the show with Tyler Breeze, who wants to basically come out and cut a promo about how Bold MC ruined him being in the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic. Now, with that being said, he comes out and, attempts to cut this promo, and then, he didn't even attempt to cut it. Like, he was laying on the ropes, and then that hit, and then from there, you just see Adam Rose come out, and Adam Rose he says the WWE Universe pooped all over his party with the Exotic Express, basically saying no one liked Adam Rose. And, is he wrong? No one liked Adam Rose. So, with that being said specifically, we do jump into what Tyler Breeze basically, Breeze just looks at him like, I don't really care, just stop talking so I can just beat you up. And then we get Bold MC, and just, it annoys me because you see he doesn't even mention bullfit anymore. He's just, it feels as if they used bullfit. They just used bullfit to get him some crowd support because, no one's going to boo a fat guy who's losing weight. So if we make him, the person who says, I'm just a fat guy losing weight, then they're not going to boo him. You figure, this guy get all the crowd support in the world. What are they going to, and I don't mean, if anybody takes this seriously, I deeply apologize, but this is just basically how it feels like they're gonna use things like that to get people over. What's next? Dana Brooke is fighting cancer. Eva Marie is fighting dyslexia because she forgot to kick out at 3. She forgot to kick out at 2. She thought you kicked out at 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I kicked out. If Eva Marie says she's fighting dyslexia, I'm done. Just, dude. But you know what? From there, I do want to go on Just 1 second here, guys. I gotta fix something. Okay, I do want to go on to mention that Bull Dempsey does come out. He asked Adam Rose to please step aside so he can wrestle Tyler Breeze. Adam Rose says no. Oh, but before all this happens, I forgot to mention the fact that Breeze did, like, say he would fight Bull Dempsey, but basically he has a match here. And just he asked Adam to step aside. Adam said no, and Adam just got killed by Bull Dempsey. And Tyler Breeze tried to attack him from behind, and that was almost Tyler's demise. But, you know, that's not the case. So, Tyler escaped and then cut a promo on his phone because, you know, Tyler Breeze's selfie stick, you know, the camera attached to the selfie stick is the only camera he ever looks into. You know, no further camera from there, the only camera he ever looks into. Yeah. So, Tyler Breeze basically says he accepts Bull Dempsey's challenge for next week on NXT. And it kind of worries me because of the way they're building Bull Dempsey, it doesn't look like Tyler Breeze will be losing to him at all. So we stand just if you look at my opinion as one that doesn't matter, I wish I was you this week and say, no, that's not going to happen. But I honestly feel as if that's going to happen and he's going to get his comeuppance and is it going to be not like a big hurrah, but haha, I got you back because I'm in shape. Yeah, bullfit, and I just totally dominated you. Woohoo! I'm that in shape where I can I don't want to say cardiovascularly, but my cardio's on par where I can catch you now, Tyler. I hope it's not that at all. But up next, from here, this actually was pretty fun for me. We get Ty Dillinger. Well, I forgot the guy's name, but he was really just an enhancement talent anyway. But Dillinger, it's basically a Dillinger squash match. And Dillinger goes on to win. Nothing else really more to say from there. But Ty Dillinger is really, 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 really into this perfect 10 gimmick. Like, that's the beautiful part about NXT. If you know and you have the evidence to explain that a crowd will react amazingly to what you're doing personally, then like the Dillinger thing, the perfect 10, you know, the whole 10, 10, 10, 10 thing. Like, if you know a crowd will, you know, really react to that well, then it just, I don't even know. Like, what am I trying to say? If you know a crowd, yeah, I just lost my train of thought. If you know a crowd will react to it well, and you can prove that to the NXT higher-ups, then you go out there and you can do it. I mean, like, see, because the perfect 10 thing, I don't know if that's something that'll work on the main roster. Like, that just may be, you know, something like a local gimmick, like for just Florida in general. Actually, wait. I'm sorry. Hold on. I am sadly mistaken. That worked in Brooklyn. Like, when Dillinger came out, they were all embracing of the 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. They're all doing it. They're all doing it in the crowd. So, but see, those are the smirky hardcore fans, and you have to remember too, it also is New York City. So I mean, I don't know, dude. It just, like, please no. But I also do want to mention the fact here that when Dillinger got the win with his like knee to the temple thing or whatever, like where he leans your head back off, like he leans your head back off his knee, and knees you in a temple like that. Like, you know how the crowd will normally follow along anywhere, like in any kind of wrestling, like 1, 2, 3. Well, the crowd goes, and I don't even don't quote me on the hand signal, but they just like, I just want to do it because it's so fun. They just Turn. Yeah, Dillinger won. That's basically what they did for Ty Dillinger. All right. But after that, okay. All right. We get Apollo Crews versus Solomon Crow, and all I can think when I see this is just, ay. And like, not even ay in a bad way, just ay Solomon Crow. Just because you know Solomon Crow is losing this match. See, I have no problem with him losing this match. It's just like, oh, he'll lose to Apollo Crews, therefore the fans will respect it, and Crow's stock doesn't go down. Like, Crow's stock is already at an all-time low. It started dropping when he lost to Corbin, and they've made him lose to Corbin twice. I mean, you can't sink. I'm not going to say you can't sink more than that because they built Baron Corbin up to a somewhat credible standard, but honestly, like, for me, it still stands for Baron Corbin. You may try and make your matches longer. And you may be in tag team matches now with teaming with Rhino, which I'm going to get to that later. I'll get to about Rhino later. But my opinion on you hasn't changed. It really hasn't, even after that match with Joe. I mean, Joe did his best that he could, and you guys put in a good match. I admitted that. I just don't think you are that good at what you do. But, this isn't about that. It's about Apollo Crews and Solomon Crow. Now, Apollo Crews, the dude is just so likable. I mean, you see Apollo Crews, and like he's just, I don't want to call him a big bag of hype because that just make me vomit all over that camera that you're staring into that you see me through here on YouTube. Because I get reminded of, Einstein. No. Oh, Jesus Christ. What it reminds me of is just like what I don't want to see. And what I don't want to see is, never mind. But yeah, Apollo Crews is just like this big ball of energy you see when he comes out. Like, you can't help but get excited to see him. Fuck it, it's not for Motorelli. Hyped and about 10 tons of happy because you know what he's going to do in the ring. You know what he's all about. And you know you're in for a treat. So, with that being said, what was I going to say to you guys next? Yes, with that being said, we can talk about this match. All through this match, even the start of it, like, you see the show of respect, and see, I every week Corey Graves has to get a bit of credit because Byron Saxton was back this week, and his biggest ribs weren't even on Saxton. His biggest rib was on Solomon Crow. Like the internet jokes, like he's the warrior of Twitter or something like that. Actually, yeah, one of his jokes was on Saxton. He's like, "How do you prepare for Solomon Crow, Corey?" He's like, "Simple, the internet." Google. No, he's like, "No, how do you prepare for Solomon Crow, Corey?" Google. He's the internet warrior. Like on Twitter, Solomon Crow could be your worst nightmare, but in person, absolutely not. Okay. But this match, absolutely incredible. But the vertical, I'm not even going to say the vertical, because I don't even know what, I almost called him Uha, what Apollo Crews' vertical would be, but like, as high as he leaps in midair, I absolutely, for the drop kicks, for the flying form that he does, the leaping off his feet, flying form, where he just comes up and just comes down and like flags you right in the face with his form. It is so incredibly impressive, as high as that man can get in the air. Jesus. Just incredible. But the way it makes it, like, the way it seems as if, like, Crow is, Crow just lost all kinds of steam and he's not going to go anywhere. This match, it just basically tells me that NXT, like, Crow's, like, because you see, like, most of these indie guys who come through, and you see Solomon Crow, you just assume, like, okay, Solomon Crow, they've built his debut up, I can't wait, he's going to be something special, he's going to be something huge. Sadly, he's going to be one of those guys that just has to pay their dues. I mean, if we all remember, it took the guy a year to get on television. I mean, just about a year, I believe, a little more probably, but he was on the house shows and everything, but I guess like they all say, some guys take a little longer to do things than others. Some others take this much amount of time to do this much with other people. It just doesn't. Like, some people just doesn't resonate with. Some people just don't get it. Maybe there's something that creative in NXT just don't like. They're just not connecting with Solomon Crow on some level. Like, they're not getting it. He's not getting it. One of the two. I don't know, but I can say this much. I can say this much now. In the ring, Solomon Crow is definitely not a disappointment after watching this tonight. He sells the hell out of everything. His facial expressions are amazing, especially like when he gets like hurt or something happens. His facial expressions are incredible. Like I'm not gonna say his selling is like next level, but like I can't even go back to like the one match he had with Ty Dillinger when Ty Dillinger stomped on his like kayfabe stomped on his face. He looks at like, ah. I'm not gonna actually do like the full thing, but you guys get the picture of where I'm going with this. But Crow just absolutely incredible. But his time will come. I'm convinced. You guys, I'm sorry. English, I don't get it. This is not gonna be like one of those situations with Chris Hero where Chris Hero just bad attitude all the time. He was out of shape. It's not going to be one of those situations. It's not. Crow will get his moment, and hopefully it's soon, but most likely not. But Apollo Crews does go over Solomon Crow with the Gorilla Press into the Standing Moonsault combo for the win. Now, Gorilla Press or not, I'm sorry. I know, like you think about it, the man's like 260, 270, and his weight landing is supposed to be some monumental thing. But to me, honestly, it's really not, based on the fact that, like, I just don't see a standing moonsault. Out of all my years of watching wrestling, a standing moonsault as a finisher. Everything in the packaging is perfect with Apollo Crews, just not the standing moonsault finish. I can't get with that. That's just one thing that's not me. I can't get with. No. Now, after this match, which, by the way, like I said, Apollo Crews is going to win, we get an update on the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic brackets. And from there, we figure out,
WrestleTalk TV is sponsored by.
We figure out. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm looking at something here. Okay. Yeah, we figure out. They just recap everything that already happened. Dash and Dawson moving on, Hype Bros moving on, and that's really about it. They say anything else anything else that happens, we'll be updated on it, and it's that from there. And then we get Blake, Alexa, and Murphy. We get Bamf. We get Bamf coming up to the Vaudevillains after they're sitting here saying indubitably and all these other gentlemanly words of such nature. And from there, it's just Alexa coming up and saying, you know what, I sent Blue Pants back to the clearance rack. Now watch I do the same. No. She's like, I sent Blue Pants to the clearance rack. Then now it's time for the championships to come back where they truly belong. On Blake and Murphy. And then, Blake, I forgot what, not Blake, I forgot what Buddy Murphy said. I can't remember what he said, but after that, they just tried to say indubitably, and they screwed like indubitably or something like that. It just, Blake and Murphy. And have you seen Wesley Blake in that cut-off T-shirt? I haven't noticed this before, but that dude is ripped. Like, he is cut. Someone's gonna fuck with fucking Buddy Murphy one day and just get... I don't know why that just came out of my mouth or why that happened, but it did. I can't do anything to stop it. Okay. But next, and only next, we get Rhino and Baron Corbin, and they're saying that they're not looking past Tommaso Ciampa and Johnny Gargano. They're looking through them to the end of the tournament. And after that, after we get told they're looking through them, they said they're not going to be a challenge, and I might as well get to it now. We get to Gargano and Ciampa, and they say that they're not looking through, what do you call it? They say that they're not, what do you call it? They say them being here in NXT is not a mistake. And they're going to prove that, and they've already proved it by beating Bull and Breeze. So they basically say, we're going to prove it again by beating you two. Which, by the way, they just don't. I'm sorry to spoil it, but I had to get to it at some point. Although, I have to say, I was going to say, the Apollo Crews Solomon Crow match was match of the night. No. Johnny Wrestling, Johnny Gargano, Tommaso Ciampa, Rhino, and Baron Corbin. And Baron Corbin were the match of the night. But you know, it was just three guys putting Corbin on their backs and saying, "Let's go." No, it was really just, that was awesome. I mean, from as stiff as Rhino and Ciampa started. What am I doing? Rhino and Ciampa started out. As stiff as that happened, like just the chops back and forth, the punch of it. That's the second week in a row that Tommaso Ciampa has came out and just completely just started just whamming, smacking, and bamming on people like out of the gate like that. It was hilarious. Johnny Gargano, if you already didn't know, is the shit. In the middle of the match, though, the crowd just started chanting, "Sign them both! Sign them both! Sign them both!" I partially agree. Sign Gargano. I'm not a Ciampa fan. Sign Gargano. Push that man to the stars so he can go to the main roster and get shit on, kid. No, but in all seriousness, I mean, like, completely, though, I'm a huge fan of Gargano. But I honestly do hope Johnny Wrestling gets signed by that company, and I hope this is not the last we see of them. But, I mean, once Ciampa got the hot tag in to Gargano, and Gargano was on fire, I honestly thought they may be winning this. They may be going over. I seriously believe they're going over. That sadly wasn't the case, and they lost. And Corbin pinned Gargano. Corbin, why would you think Gargano? Just no. Like, I literally was just so disappointed by the end of this. It was just not even cool at all. Just like, oh, what the fuck, dude. But you know what? It is what it is. And I hope, I highly doubt it, but I hope we do see Gargano and Ciampa again. I just, like, you guys may not be able to see it, but like, I water up and I'm just turning up a little bit, and I may be from something else that I plan to make a video on probably tomorrow, if I have the time after I get off of work, but like, we'll see. Okay. Bailey defeated. Oh, yeah. So up next is this is the last part of NXT. I'm trying to think about if we had any other backstage segments or anything before I get to that. Oh yeah. Okay. So our usual Nia Jax vignette, we got that, but then Kana from New Japan Pro Wrestling. See, I've never seen much of her. I'll admit this right now. I have not much. I've never seen any of her. I guess I have some homework to do before next week when she debuts. But next week we the debut of Japanese phenom, not even phenom, of Japanese star Kana. I can't remember what they renamed her, but I can say this much. Next week, when we see her, that Full Sail crowd is going to go apeshit. But from there, we do have to, we gotta remember here that, you know what, like I said, that's for the video tomorrow. I'm not going to go there. But she'll be debuting next week after she literally, and I mean literally, just signed with the company. If you are huge from like the independent circuit that you had just came from, or anywhere else, they're not gonna be hesitant. They will not be hesitant at all to throw you in that ring immediately. But hey, let's get real. They're not like get real. Like maybe I don't know. I have a bunch of different thoughts going through my head right now. I'm just a little sidetracked by something else that just threw me off a little while ago. I'm sorry, guys, but hopefully Connor could be the NXT Divas champ. I said no, women's champion. Within if they're rushing her in this fast, maybe she could be the women's champion in maybe, I don't know, 6 months, and then we can get a feud between Nia Jax and Kana for the NXT Women's Championship, maybe, and possibly Bayley's on the main roster. I don't know, but yeah, we get those two vignettes, and then we get Dana Brooke and what's her face? Oh my Jesus! I'm sorry, Emma. I am so sorry. I'm really thrown off tonight. Dana Brooke and Emma versus. I'm sorry. They just cut a promo, and Devin Taylor says, "You girl, like, what do you call it?" She's like, "You girls just asked for this time." She's like, "Yeah, if you stop talking, maybe I'll be able to speak, and we'd actually be able to say what we had to say." And they're like, "There are a lot of new girls coming into NXT, and we don't want to be overlooked. So, with that being said, we're going to teach the newbies what it's all about and something of the sort around that criteria." And from there, we get a what is this? We get what is it? Oh yeah. Then Dana Brooke just starts talking, and I try to start tuning out, but I'm just waiting for Devin Taylor to punch her in the face, and it just doesn't happen. But Dana Brooke just echoes Emma's sentiment, and then just pats her on the head, and then says, "I still got it," and then comes back, pats her on the head again, just like the remix is even better. Normally, I just completely shit on Dana Brooke. I'm gonna critique this right now. So you came in extremely serious, coming to address an issue, and then like Emma just comes off so well, and then Dana talks, and it all just goes down to shit. Like it reminds me of this one promo that Chris Jericho once cut. Oh, not Chris Jericho. Dolph Ziggler once cut on Chris Jericho, and this is when he was Mr. Money in the Bank, and Vicky Guerrero was with Dolph still, and he was telling him how like this was when like he was starting the "you can't win the big one" thing, and Vicky just kept on echoing every single thing Dolph said in the middle of what was such a great promo, and then just the code breaker happened. Like, if you take away everything Vicky said, which is the same thing that Dolph said, it just sounds so much better. And in this case, it's like the same thing with Emma and Dana Brooke. If you take away Dana Brooke from Emma, Emma will be fine on her own. I don't know why NXT just this, like, do they think that like Emma can't get heat because I'm pretty sure Emma can get heat, and Dana doesn't even get like heat. Like, we know X-Pac heat was the thing you don't want to see X-Pac. I think we've evolved in a day and age where you can call that Eva Marie heat, or like everybody has their own essential kind of heat. Like Big Show has Big Show. Like, it just sounds so stupid to probably say, but like if you can equate that level of heat to a person, like I can say in NXT, Dana Brooke heat is a thing. I can say Eva Marie has nuclear heat because no one wants to see her wrestle. No matter how many moves that Brian Kendrick taught her, it doesn't matter. We don't want to see her. But that was that. But next up, we get Bayley, and she, it's basically a hero's welcome. It's basically the same exact thing that Sami Zayn did when he became champion. Waltz through the crowd with the championship. Go around. Well, Sami didn't go around hugging everybody, but it's Bayley's version of what Sami did. Bayley goes around hugging everybody. She grabs Izzy, her little super fan, out of the crowd and brings her in the ring. They clap championships, and then they both do high tens. Get to the crowd like when they just yeah. I'm sorry, just come on, guys, high tens. But somewhere watching this, Ty Dillon just like, no, perfect tens. But no, Bayley does that, brings Izzy into the ring, has some fun with Izzy, and from there it's just she has a match with Sarah Dobson, which doesn't last very long. And Sarah Dobson gets some interesting offense in. And from there, Bayley she says, aw, shucks, guys. And before she can even get anything out of the way from there, Sasha Banks comes out and tells Bayley that I hate to, she's like, Bayley, I didn't come out here to, basically she tells her I didn't come out here to shit on you, but you know what, I'm known for being the best. We put on a great match, what people call the match of the year, but I don't want to do that. I want to be known as the best, not second place. So she basically, Bayley comes out, you don't think I'm trying to come out here and be the best? And, this is the best mic work I've heard from Bayley yet. I remember a couple months ago, I don't even know if I was reviewing NXT yet, but I was saying, not a couple months ago, maybe a year ago almost, I was saying, I don't know if Bayley even has what it takes to, confidently speak on a mic. And, she had that confidence that I was saying so many months ago that Bayley just lacks in general. Confidence equals charisma. Well, in a sense, depending on who you are. And Bayley just did not have any kind of confidence whatsoever back then. And if you look at her in maybe November, December of last year, and then now, the before and then the after, just totally wet that out of the way because she knows that her responsibility is to carry the NXT Women's Division. And I just absolutely my respect has grown for Bayley. I may not still be a super fan of Bayley, but my respect is immensely grown for her. And Sasha basically Regal just comes out and states the fact that what, you will be the main event of NXT Takeover, and I'm pretty sure Triple H said in the conference call that he did for NXT Takeover Brooklyn, oh, the girls will be the main event. They'll be the co-main event. I'm pretty sure Triple H said in. Not Triple H, the video packages and vignettes for TakeOver Brooklyn said there will be a double main event. But now it's just Regal just comes out and shits on everything that they did it feels like at TakeOver, and basically says, you will be the main event. And he says he makes a statement 3 times, in the main event of NXT TakeOver on October 7th, and then he's October 7th on WWE Network, you will be the main event, yes, and then he said that again, and he's you'll have a match. And then he's on October 7th, in the main event of NXT TakeOver, there will be Sasha Banks versus, I don't feel like a dick for doing that to Regal. Sasha Banks versus Bayley in an Iron Man match. And it basically started because Sasha said she wanted to beat Bayley over and over and over again. Basically, she just said she wanted to bury the shit out of Bayley for making her look bad at NXT TakeOver. So that's where they got Iron Man match from. The crowd just started chanting Iron Woman, Iron Woman. At some point, it's going to catch another point where they're chanting. They're even chanting women's wrestling at one point. The NXT universe, and Full Sail, when they need to be serious, and they're not doing corny chants or just trying to be smirky and funny and make the show about them. Sometimes they can really be legitimately genuine and have a true, honest opinion and They have what do you call me? It's me making over exaggerated opinions when I come on here and do reviews, but in those over exaggerated opinions, I still do have valid points. And that's how I feel the Full Sail University crowd does when it comes to certain things on NXT. Like, my over-exaggerations are valid points that I'm making, and I feel as if this is a valid point to make, that this match, like, Regal shouldn't have come out here and said that. Like, they were a co-main event, and now they have the main event all to themselves. Like, yeah, but you didn't have to come out here and say that. Like, I'm pretty sure if they know the NXT championships are not going to be on the line at that show, then they just get it. Like, everybody just comes to everybody who watches NXT just comes to the conclusion, like, okay, this is going to be the main event. Cool. But Regal just stated that a couple of times, but we were told that was going to happen, and I'm cool with that. So we open the show with the talking segment, and we close the show with the talking segment, and that's what it is. But I do want to thank you guys for watching this week's edition of my NXT review. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe for more of that reviewing goodness on my channel. I do have to get some more gaming stuff out pretty soon. But I do appreciate everybody who tuned in to watch and who will be tuning in to watch. Thank you guys so much for watching. And I guess, yeah. Oh, yes, I do want to plug a couple more things. Twitter, gmaster90twf, of course. And if you want to see me stream on Twitch TV, go on over to Twitch TV, and in your little search bar, and make sure you give me a good follow, type in Maston Gaming. Just Maston Gaming. And you guys can see NHL 15, next month 16 will be on that channel. Madden 16, Madden 16, NHL 15, soon to be 16, WWE 2K16, probably Call of Duty Black Ops 3, but not for a little while. And I also have Batman Arkham Knight. But I do want to thank you guys for watching my review. I do want to remind you that I do have a video coming out tomorrow on the little thing that was bothering me that I wanted to talk to you guys about. That, and I will have a Ring of Honor review Friday, and Sunday will be my Night of Champions review. So it actually is a loaded week, and what's been very quiet lately for me without Raw reviews. So thank you guys for watching. Oh, and Wrestle Talk. But thank you guys for watching, and all I got to say is see ya.